Why Marcus Thuram's history-making headers could be key to Inter's revival hopes ahead of visit of Sassuolo. Inter hosts Sassuolo on Sunday in desperate need of a confidence-restoring win after back-to-back Serie A defeats left Cristian Chivu's side with their lowest points tally after 3 games since 2011. Striker Marcus Thuram will be crucial to the Nerazzurri's bid to turn things around after starting the season in sizzling form and calming recent controversy with a midweek headed brace over Ajax. There are several reasons rookie Inter coach Cristian Chivu will be delighted to have Marcus Thuram in his ranks right now. First, the France striker started the season on fire, scoring 3 goals in 3 Serie A games to go top of the league's scoring charts, despite his club picking up just 3 points. Thuram then netted a double in a 2-0 win over Ajax in Inter's UEFA Champions League opener on Wednesday, relieving some of the pressure that had built after Saturday's astonishing 4-3 Derby d'Italia defeat to Juventus. However, Thuram caught most of the post-derby rage from fans, after seeming to share a chuckle with his younger brother, Juve midfielder Kefren, during the VAR check for Vasilija Adzic's stunning winner. Controversy calmed by goals, it has been quite a week for Thuram. In fact, it's been quite a week for the entire Thuram family. Juventus great Lilian Thuram shook his head in disbelief in Turin on Saturday when both of his sons, Marcus and Kefren, scored almost identical headed goals 6 minutes apart in a Derby d'Italia for the ages. The moment that sparked anger and criticism from some Interisti came when Marcus appeared to be smiling or laughing as he chatted to his brother during the VAR check for Adzic's stunning last-gasp winner. However, a midweek double in Amsterdam helped ensure that the storm passed quickly. People can interpret it however they want, but they know I'll give everything for Inter. There's no problem, Thuram said after building future around Yildiz, the child star who doesn't feel pressure. How we might see Zidane playing at the 2026 FIFA World Cup 20 years after that headbutt controversy shelved. The focus was soon back on Thuram's red-hot form, and especially the obvious improvements to his aerial game. Both of the Frenchman's goals against Ajax were towering headers from corners, just like the one he scored against Juventus, while his second on the opening day against Torino was wonderfully placed with his head too. His headers are making history now. In Amsterdam, Thuram became only the second Inter player to score a headed brace in the Champions League, after Hernan Crespo in 2002, and he took his tally to 4 headed goals for the season. Already one more than he managed across 48 matches in 2024-25, Thuram hot, Inter not. One repeated theme from last season is a fast start for the Frenchman. Thuram began last term like a runaway train, scoring 12 league goals by Christmas while his strike partner Lautaro Martinez mustered just 5. However, his drop-off in the second half of a grueling campaign where Inter went all the way to the Champions League final, reached the Coppa Italia semifinals and traveled to Saudi Arabia for the Supercoppa Italiana in January, was notable. Thuram's productivity slumped as he scored just 2 more times in Serie A after Christmas, while injuries began to disrupt his momentum too. Teammate Alessandro Battoni even made a joke of it after Inter's thumping 5-0 win over Torino on the opening day of the new season, saying Thuram had decided to go on holiday for the last 6 months. The slump is behind him now, with Thuram back in sizzling hot form just when his team needs him most. Chivu succeeded Simone Inzaghi in the summer despite having just 3 months of senior managerial experience at Parma on his CV. A treble winner as a player and successful youth coach at Inter, he had other forms of pedigree, but there are still. Former Milan coach Arrigo Sacchi described Inter as looking like it is no longer Inzaghi's team, but not yet Chivu's after a shock defeat to Udinese, adding that he must do everything to get in the heads of his players and convince them to follow the path that he has laid out. Needless to say, Thuram's form has been the exception, not the norm in the Nerazzurri ranks. Inter went into round 4 of the season with the joint worst defensive record in the league after conceding 6 times in 3 games, and the talisman of their next opponents is one of their best-known foes, Berardi, and Madic another scalp. Sassuolo captain Domenico Berardi may be a boyhood Inter fan, but he has done the Milanese club no favors in his career, scoring 8 goals and setting up another 4 in 16 matches against them. The Nero Verdi, who bolstered their ranks with former Manchester United midfielder Nemanja Matic in the summer, head to San Siro on a high after a statement win over Lazio last weekend. Back in the top flight after bouncing straight back up by winning Serie B last season, Sassuolo have a good record in this fixture. They won both of their most recent league meetings in the 2023-24 season, including Berardi scoring in a 2-1 win at San Siro, and have 3 victories in the last 5 outings over their illustrious opponents. For now, Chivu remains convinced that sticking with an Inzaghi-esque 3-5-2 formation remains the best path forward. Champions League power rankings. PSG and Liverpool battle for top spot. Rashford exposes Newcastle, men's Ballon d'Or power rankings. Who claims top spot ahead of ceremony? I did want to stay with the 3-5-2, because this is what the team knows how to do, he said after the Ajax win. We just wanted to add a few things, but above all, to rediscover the mental strength and confidence that had been lacking. I will continue.